Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Zach with Money Pit RC. We got a new set of axles. I'm super pumped to show these to you guys. These are the Injora Planet axles. So I'm not sure where they came up with the name, but I'm sure these are out of this world. Get it? Because it's Planet. So we're going to dive right into these axles. I'm super excited that there's actually more options for SCX24 axles. Like I said, we're going to dive right into these things. I already opened up the box because I just had to get a look at these things. These are the Planet axles. This is the front one. Already comes with brass knuckles. They're double steer technology. Beautiful, like one piece machined, like round housings, kind of like a mimic of Toyota axles. Very nice quality on the front. Very crazy steering angle. I think it says 52 degrees. So right up there with the Mias Racing axles. Here's the rear. Again, the old circle pumpkin shaped. Beautiful, beautiful machine work. Nice free gears. I don't know what else to say, but they are great. They look fantastic. Before we get too involved with these axles, I do want to say Injora sent out an email. If you purchase these axles, they are going to send a rear axle riser. It says this part will be shipped to you free of charge and no other further action is required on your end. So that is awesome. I'm not too sure why they'll send this out, but at least you know that you'll get a free riser if you purchase these, or if you see this video later on, you might just come with the axles already. Don't know, but that's pretty cool. So it comes with all the hardware that you need to install them. You got the rubber O-rings, some screws, some brass hexes. You also get the steering links, which is awesome. So everything you need to set this up, you just need to supply a servo mount and a rear axle truss, but like I said, they're going to send you one if you purchase these axles, so that's a win-win right there. So I think we're going to install them on our project budget build deadbolt. It already has the MBL 32G2 motor and ESC, so I think we're just going to toss them on this car. Right now the axles are kind of a mess. They're stock axle housings, but completely modified, tungsten weight, put a little brass bar on top of the servo, yada yada yada. So I think we're going to toss them on this car just because these are still subtle and kind of cheap. So we're going to toss them on this deadbolt and just see how it works, I guess. So just like any other video, I'm going to install these, and if I have any hiccups, I will get back to you on the video. Alright, here's the part where I tell you that all the issues that I had installing these, I had zero. Absolutely no issues installing these axles. And they are absolutely beautiful. Front axles went together, no problem. I have a 3D printed servo mount, fit no problem. Same with the back. I have a 3D printed rear axle riser, and I did make sure the stock one fit and an aftermarket one. So I'm not sure why they're sending you rear axle riser, but whatever, I'll take it. Axles look phenomenal, beautiful finish. Amazing. I don't know what else to say about these axles other than that they are awesome. Cannot complain. Crazy amount of steering angle. Exactly what it needs with these double steer axle shafts. Phenomenal. I have nothing else to say. We are going to compare it to a couple axles that I have laying around. Obviously, we have a stock axle. It's kind of hard to tell. I probably should have did this off the car. Yeah, whatever. If you want to compare pictures, just go find some pictures or something like that. But while you're staring at these axles, I'm going to go over a couple features. They are plus 4 millimeters on each side, which is fantastic. 52 degree steering angle. So the overall width of these axles are 105 millimeters, which is really good. It's exactly what you need. The double joint shafts are stainless steel, 52 degree steering angle, like I said. They are the 2 to 16 teeth worm gear set, so you can run overdrive, underdrive gears. It does use the factory worm gears, which is awesome. Love that, how companies make axles and you don't have to use their products. So if you find some overdrive or underdrive gears, they'll fit in this no problem at all. And I think that's all the key features that I'm seeing on their website. $79.99 for these axles, which I really don't think it's a bad deal for what you get, and the design and the build quality and the Injora support is what you really pay for. The support. They have a great support. So I will leave a link in the description box below of these axles where you can pick up a set. Like I said, highly worth it. If I had a Toyota body, I would throw these on just because they look like Toyota axles. Smooth design, so you don't get caught over rocks or anything, and everything's just so sleek. Less stuff to get caught on. We're going to do some real world testing on these axles. I think I found a new spot, so we're going to go check that out and do some crawling. Okay, so things escalated pretty quickly. This was the deadbolt. Obviously, we changed out the body. I wanted to do one of those 1/18 scale like die-cast metal bodies, and I figured, why not? So that's what we did. We put it on a hinge mount. We 3D printed a hinge mount. So this is still the budget deadbolt build, but so it still has the axles that we put in, the planted axles. So we're still going to do a test on them. Obviously this isn't going to be a capable crawler just because of the big body, but I think it looks really good. Fits it very well. So we're just going to get some driving clips, and that's pretty much it. So I know the video was a little bit of a mess, but we had to work it in. Everything's happened, it's okay. So I'm going to show you the progress of the Jeep now. We got a lot more work done. So change out the wheels and tires just a little bit. As you can see inside, a little bit of cage work. So we did make a full cage for the rear end of this thing. I think it looks absolutely sick. Doors still open up. Top still fits, so I think that's pretty cool. Gonna do a little bit here and there, but you know, it is what it is. So the main part about this video is these axles. I know I was supposed to put them on something that crawls pretty good, but then I completely ruined it, tossed this body on it. Doesn't matter, these axles look and perform fantastic. I ran this thing through water, no issues. I ran this thing through mud, no issues. These axles are phenomenal. You put these on a big performer, it's definitely going to help. The steering angle, just the design of them, like with the circle pumpkins, it makes everything just kind of flow right over it. So I did see that Injora just posted that they're going to have combos now, so you can get the axles, servo mount, servo, rear axle truss all in one package deal. That's awesome. So they're talking to people and they're reading our feedback, which is great. So make sure you leave a comment down below if you want them to do anything. Maybe they'll see it, maybe they won't. I don't know. But for the price of these axles, I highly recommend them. I'll leave a link in the description box below where you can pick them up at. If you want to purchase them, go ahead. That's going to conclude today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't already, you know I enjoy reading through all your feedback. Catch you guys in the next video.